We live in a world that celebrates speed. Fast internet, express delivery, quick results, everything around us moves at an accelerated pace. But there's one area where speed can cost us everything: our safety. Today, we're exploring a powerful lesson about the moment when caution gets replaced by speed, and why understanding this transition can literally save lives. The psychology behind speed. Let's start by understanding why we're drawn to speed in the first place. Our brains are wired to seek efficiency. When we perform a task repeatedly, we naturally want to do it faster. This isn't necessarily bad, it's how we develop skills and expertise. A chef becomes faster at chopping vegetables. A musician's fingers move more quickly across the keys, and a typist increases their words per minute. However, there's a critical difference between healthy efficiency and dangerous haste. Efficiency comes from practice, skill development, and confidence built on a foundation of knowledge. Haste, on the other hand, is the enemy of safety. It's what happens when we skip steps, ignore warning signs, and convince ourselves that rules don't apply to us because we're in a hurry. When overconfidence meets urgency, the most dangerous moments occur when overconfidence intersects with urgency. Imagine a construction worker who's been on a job for 10 years. They know the safety protocols by heart. They've worn their harness thousands of times, double-checked equipment countless times, and followed procedures without incident for a decade. Then comes a day when they're running behind schedule. Maybe there's pressure to finish a project before a deadline, or perhaps they're simply eager to get home early. In that moment, a thought enters their mind. I've done this 1,000 times. I'll be fine if I skip this one step. This is the exact moment when caution gets replaced by speed. It's subtle, almost imperceptible, but the consequences can be life-changing. Real-world applications. This principle applies across countless scenarios in daily life. Consider a driver who's running late for an important meeting. They've driven this route hundreds of times without incident. The temptation to exceed the speed limit by just a few miles per hour seems harmless. After all, what difference could 5 or 10 minutes make? The difference is everything. Those extra minutes of speed reduce reaction time, extend stopping distances, and eliminate the buffer zone that keeps us safe when unexpected situations arise. A child running into the street, a vehicle making a sudden lane change, or a patch of wet pavement. Everyday occurrences become emergencies when we've traded caution for speed. The industrial perspective. In workplace settings, the statistics tell a sobering story. Many workplace incidents occur not because people don't know the proper procedures, but because they chose to bypass them in the interest of saving time. This phenomenon is so common that safety professionals have a term for it: normalization of deviance. Normalization of deviance happens gradually. The first time someone skips a safety step and nothing bad happens, it creates a false sense of security. The second time feels easier. By the 10th time, the shortcut has become the new normal. The cautious approach that once seemed essential now feels like an unnecessary burden. The danger is that this pattern works perfectly until it doesn't. And when it finally fails, the consequences can be severe. The cost of seconds. Let's examine the mathematics of risk. When we choose speed over caution, we're essentially making a bet. We're wagering that nothing will go wrong in exchange for saving a small amount of time. Most of the time, we win that bet. The problem is that we only need to lose once for the outcome to be catastrophic. Consider the seconds saved by not checking equipment before use, by not looking both ways at an intersection, or by not washing hands before a medical procedure. These moments add up to mere minutes over a lifetime. But a single failure can result in consequences that last forever. Breaking the pattern. So, how do we break this dangerous pattern? The answer lies in conscious awareness and deliberate choice. Here are key strategies that can help. First, recognize the warning signs. When you catch yourself thinking just this once, or I'll be careful, pause. These thoughts are red flags indicating you're about to prioritize speed over safety. Second, understand that time pressure is often an illusion. Most deadlines have more flexibility than we imagine, and the consequences of being a few minutes late are almost always less severe than the consequences of a safety incident. Third, make caution habitual. When safety procedures become automatic as the shortcuts we re-tempted to take, we create a new default behavior that protects us without requiring constant decision-making. The power of culture. Individual choices matter, but culture amplifies their impact. In workplaces, families, and communities where safety is genuinely valued rather than just given lip service, people are far more likely to maintain caution even under time pressure. This means celebrating people who speak up about safety concerns, rewarding teams that complete projects safely rather than just quickly, and acknowledging that taking the time to do things right is a sign of professionalism, not inefficiency. Conclusion: the moment caution is replaced by speed is rarely dramatic. It doesn't announce itself with warning bells or flashing lights. Instead, it arrives quietly, disguised as practicality or efficiency. It whispers that we are experienced enough, skilled enough, or careful enough to skip the steps that keep us safe. But here is the truth. Caution isn't the opposite of efficiency. It's the foundation of sustainable performance. The fastest way to complete any task is to do it safely the first time, without the delays caused by incidents, corrections, or consequences. The next time you feel the pull of speed urging you to bypass caution, remember this: the seconds you save are never worth the risks you take. Your safety and the safety of those around you depends on keeping caution in the driver's seat, no matter how tempting it might be to let speed take the wheel. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, there is no deadline worth compromising your well-being.